something that makes his cheeks burn white hot. This can't be right. Aunt Jean? Chlamydia? Her cane thumps toward the living room. Cameron tries to shove everything back, but to his horror, the whole stack topples, leaving him holding the script. He dangles it from the tips of his fingers, as if the paper itself might be infected. A stationary transmitted disease. Oh, that, she shrugs, nonchalant. It's going around the park. Cameron feels his insides lurch. He swallows and says, "Well, this shit is no joke, Aunt Jean. Glad you got treated." Of course I did. And maybe start using, protection? Is he really having this conversation? Well, I'm Team Rubber, but Wally Perkins, he won't... Stop. Sorry I asked. She chuckles. Serves you right for snooping. Point taken. Anyway, this. With her slipper, she nudges a box Cameron hadn't noticed at her feet. Some things of your mother's. Thought you might want them. Cameron stands. No thanks, he says, without a second look at the box.
Day 1302 of my captivity. My current weight is 60 pounds. I am a big boy. As always, my examination began with the bucket. Dr. Santiago removed the top of my tank and lifted the large yellow bucket until it was flush with the rim. It contained 7 scallops. Dr. Santiago prodded my mantle over the tank's edge with her net, but needlessly. For fresh scallops, I would have entered willingly. The anesthesia seeped sweetly through my skin. My limbs stilled. My eyes closed. My first encounter with the bucket was long ago. Day 33 of my captivity. Back then, I found the sensation alarming, but I have grown to enjoy the bucket. With the bucket comes a sensation of total nothingness, which, in most ways, is more pleasant than the everythingness. My arms dragged on the concrete as Dr. Santiago carried me to the table. She folded me into a pile on the plastic scale. She gasped. "Whoa, big boy!" "How much?" Terry said, poking me with his large brown hands that always taste of mackerel. "Up 3 pounds from last month," Dr. Santiago answered. "Has his diet changed?" "Not that I know of, but I can double check," Terry said. "Please do. This sort of gain is abnormal, to say the least." What can I say? I am a special guy, after all.
June gloom. There's a new boy bagging at Shopway tonight. Tova flattens her lips as he puts her strawberry and marmalade jams side by side in the grocery bag. They clink ominously as he jostles in the rest. Coffee beans, green grapes, frozen peas, a bear-shaped bottle of honey, and a box of tissues. They're the soft, lotiony kind. The expensive kind. Tova began buying them for Will when he was in the hospital, where the tissues were sandpaper. Now she finds herself too accustomed to them to switch to the more affordable brand. "I'd hardly need to see that, love," Ethan Mack says as Tova presents her loyalty card. The cashier is a chatty fellow with a heavy Scottish accent who also happens to be the store's owner. He raps a callous knuckle against his wizened temple and grins. "Got it all up here. Had your number punched in no sooner than you came through the door." "Thank you, Ethan. Anytime." He hands her a receipt and flashes his slightly crooked but kind grin. Tova scans it to make sure the jams rung through with the promotion properly applied. There they are. Buy one, get one half price. She ought not to have doubted. Ethan runs a tight ship. The Shopway has